Hi, and welcome to your yoga practice today. In this practice, we're going to focus on the lower back, the hips, and the upper legs. So let's start with our feet about hip distance apart. And we're going to focus on doing some cat and cow type movements, but in a standing position. So keeping the hands at the hips here to help bringing that movement into the hips. So we're starting in neutral position. Take an inhale, stay where you're at. On the exhale, press down into the hands, lower the tailbone down, bending into the knees, gaze down towards the feet. On the inhale, straighten the legs, puff up the chest, bring up the gaze up towards the ceiling, and then exhale again, rounding the back, bend into the knees, gaze down towards the feet. Inhale, coming into cow, gazing up towards the ceiling, opening up the chest. Exhale, rounding the back, coming into a cat version of this pose. And then doing this a couple more times on your own, one movement per breath. Exhaling in the downward movement. Then inhale on the rising movement. And then do one more on your own. And then come back to center. Now from here, we're going to incorporate some twists. So take an inhale, bring the arms up. On the exhale, bend into the left knee and turn the body, upper body to the right side. Inhale up. Exhale, twisting to the left this time, bending into the right knee. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the right, gaze towards the right hand if that's available to you. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left, gaze over the left hand. And do one more on your own. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the hips. Now we're going to come into some balance pose here. You're welcome to do this on the mat, off the mat, or you can always go up towards a wall or hold your hand onto the back of a chair. So starting by grounding down into the right foot. So shifting that weight over to the right. On the inhale, bring that left knee up in line with the hips. Then exhale, lower down. Then shift the weight into the left foot. Inhale, bring the right knee up in line with the hip. Exhale down. Do this a couple more times on each side. One movement per breath again. So inhale, bringing the knee up. Exhale, lowering it down. Make sure you keep breathing here. And then once you're done with both sides, we will come into a twisting version of this pose. So on the inhale, ground down into the left foot this time. Bring that right knee up, left hand to the right knee, then exhale, twist to the side. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, lower down. Switching to the other side, ground down into the right foot. Inhale that left knee up, right hand to left knee. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale to center, and then down. Inhale, bring that right knee up. come into your twist. Exhale down. As you can see, sometimes the body cooperates, sometimes it doesn't, but just keep trying, keep working at it. Knowing that this is yoga practice, not yoga perfect. So one more. Again, ground down into the left foot. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale, coming into the twist. Inhale center. Exhale down. Round down into the right foot. Inhale the left leg up. Right hand to left knee. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. And then exhale back down. Now from here, coming into some closed hip poses, starting with Warrior One. With your knees together, big toes to touch, feet together. Step the right foot back about 2.5 to 3 feet. Pressing that right heel down. And notice how the right hip is back from the left hip, so squaring those hips together. Noticing how that feels, a sensation in the back of that right leg and in the hip. Let's take an inhale here. On the exhale, bending into that left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And then exhale, bend. So staying here with that left knee forward, noticing how that sensation feels in the back of that right leg, in the hip. The more you bring the right hip forward, the more sensation you'll feel. Option here to bring the gaze up towards the sky. Keep breathing here. And then on your next exhale, slowly lower down and then move the right foot up next to the left. Then we'll switch to the other side. So this time, bringing the left foot back. Again, 2.5 to 3 feet. Have the back foot toes pointed towards the upper corner of the mat. Squaring the hips, bringing that left hip in line with the right. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, keeping that left heel down. Inhale, straighten. And then exhale, bend. So keeping that right heel or left heel down. Bring the arms up if that feels okay with you. Again, focusing the breath here. Nice long inhales, even longer exhales. And then when you're ready, slowly lower the hands back down to the hips and bring the left foot next to the right foot. So now we're going to come into our Warrior Two pose. So keeping the right foot forward, bringing the left foot back about 3.5 feet or so. And notice how that right hip is behind the left. So I'm going to square the hips here, kind of like imagine you're between two panes of glass. So you're trying to create nice, even line between the right foot and the back foot. And then from here, bring the arms up shoulder height, but relax those shoulders. Don't let them hike up towards the ears, creating tension on the neck. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bending into the right knee. Gaze over the middle finger of the right hand. Gaze and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Pressing down the outer part of that back foot, keeping that right knee pointed towards the toes, but not past the ankle. Turn that outer part of that left leg out. Then inhale, turn the right palm up, bring the right forearm down to the right thigh, and then bring the left arm down and up, coming in to your pose here, side angle pose. You can just keep your gaze straight ahead or up towards the left fingertips. And then inhale, bring the arms back up. Straighten that front leg. Exhale, extend the right hand forward and bring it down towards your leg, wherever it is. Opening up that chest. Bring that left arm up, coming into triangle pose. So maybe using that right hand to press the inner part of that right leg to help open up that chest to the side. Couple more breaths here. Straightening that front leg to a point where you're feeling a nice hamstring stretch. Then exhale, look down, bend into the front knee, and step the left foot to the right. So, getting set up for the other side. So keeping the left foot forward this time. Stepping the right foot back about 3.5 feet. So again, we're going to take that back hip, square it in line with the front hip. Inhale, bring the arms up, shoulder height. Again, relax those ears, or relax the shoulders, I should say, away from the ears. Take it, inhale. Exhale, bending into the front knee, coming into your warrior two. Keeping your navel in the spine. Gaze be soft over the middle finger of the left hand. Shoulders relaxed. Pushing down the outer part of the right foot that turns that inner part of that left leg or right leg out. Again, keep bending forward, but not past the ankle for that front knee. Then from here, take the left forearm down to the left leg, bring the right arm down and up, coming into your side angle pose. So the lower body is exactly the same here as it was in Warrior Two. Still pressing down through the outer part of that left foot, pressing down into the foot and the front foot. Again, knee not past the ankle. And then inhale, bring yourself back up to Warrior Two, straighten the front leg. Exhale, shoot that left arm forward, bring the left hand down to the left shin, right hand to the hip. Open up that chest. Inhale, bring the right arm up into Trikonasana triangle pose. Again, your gaze can be straight ahead or up towards the right fingertips. And then look down, bend into the front foot, right hand to the right hip, and then step up to the top of the mat. So from here, taking a couple breaths, softly closing the eyes, breathing in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. Now from here, let's inhale, bring the arms up. Then exhale, come into a forward fold, bend into the knees, hands on the mat. Then step the feet back into plank. Now we're going to come into table pose by bringing our knees down. And then maybe walk the knees back a little bit, shift the weight forward, and then lower the upper body down. Bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders, coming into your Sphinx pose. So pressing down into the forearms, lengthening the spine forward and up. And then release, grabbing opposite elbows, resting the forehead onto the forearms. And then doing this pyramid pose once more. Again, pressing, or Sphinx pose once more. Again, using the forearms, pressing down into the floor. Acting as if you're trying to bring the elbows towards the hips to lengthen the spine forward and up. Turning the heels out here, that will create some additional space in the lower back. And then we'll come back into our table pose. So bringing yourself with the hips over the knees, tops of the feet onto the mat. So from here, let's extend the right leg out, bend into the right knee, and then stack the right hip over the left hip, gaze over your right shoulder. Take a couple breaths here. Feel that lengthening in the top of that right leg, stretching the hip, and then come back down. Then we'll switch over to the other side, extending that left leg long. Bend into the left knee. Stack the left hip over the right, gazing over the left shoulder. Without judgment, noticing if you feel one side be more open than the other. Then slowly lower down. And we'll do this one more time on each side. Extend the right heel out, bend into the right knee, stack the right hip over the left, and then release down. Extend the left leg back, bend into the left knee, stack the left hip over the right, and then slowly lowering back down. Now from here, let's switch our legs out to the front. And with our legs out in front, maybe press the hands down into the floor, lifting the chest up. So helping to lengthen that spine, lowering or supporting the lower back. Take a couple breaths here. And then from here, let's take our right foot out to the side by bending into the right knee, and then bending into the left knee. Have the left knee be into the inner part of the right foot. And then from here, we're twisting over to the right side. Feeling that twist in the lower back. Gaze over the right knee, or right shoulder if that feels okay, or you can twist towards the right knee as well. And then we'll unwind, switch to the opposite side. So again, this time bend into the left knee, bend into the right knee, having the right knee into the bottom of the left foot. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, coming into your twist. Opening up the chest to the left side. Again, your gaze can be over the left shoulder or down towards the left knee or over the right shoulder. Long inhales, even longer exhales. And then we'll slowly release. And now we're going to come into fire log pose. So start with your left leg on the bottom. Have the shin be parallel with the front of the mat. And then take your right ankle over the left knee, flex into that right foot, and working to bring that right knee over the left ankle. Now, the more you shift the upper body forward, shifting the weight forward, the more of a sensation you're going to feel in that right hip. So this is a pose that you could stay in here for a while. Now, if the right knee doesn't go over the left foot, you can always place something in between, such as a pillow or a block. So again, trying to keep the upper body spine long. Then exhale, maybe forward fold a little bit more. Again, only going to a point where you're feeling a nice stretch in the outer part of that right hip. And then from here, slowly unwind. And we're going to switch to the other side. So this time, bringing that front of that or right leg down, shin in parallel with the top of the mat. Then stacking the left ankle over the right knee, and then the left knee over the right ankle. So again, inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, coming into more of a forward fold position, although not a complete forward fold for many of us. Maybe some of you can, and that's great. So again, you're welcome to place something in between that space between the left knee and the right ankle. Keep breathing. Long inhales, long exhales. And then slowly unwind. And then from here, we'll lower down onto our back, starting with the knees pointed up with the soles of the feet on the ground. So from here, bring the left foot in slightly and then take that right leg and wrap it over the left leg. Bring the left knee in towards you, and then exhale, bring the legs out to the right side. Working to keep that left shoulder down towards the ground. Feel that lengthening in the area in the hip, just above the hip. Then inhale, come back up. Switch the cross of the legs. So this time bringing the left leg over the right. Bring the right knee in. And then rolling over onto the left side. Again, working to bring that right shoulder down. Keep breathing. And then inhale, slowly unwind. Bring the feet back down, knees pointed up. And then from here, let's bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Stretch out that back. You're welcome to rock from side to side. And then you can slowly unwind, this time extending the feet long, setting up for Shavasana. Now if you'd like to place something underneath the knees to support the lower back, feel free. Same thing for the back of the neck and the head. Having the arms out along the side, palms facing up, or maybe we prefer to rest the hands onto the body, onto the belly, or maybe one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. Whatever's comfortable for you. Softly closing the eyes here. As you lay here in rest, I invite you to take a moment and express gratitude to yourself for making time for this practice today. And then from here, we'll start to awaken the body. We're going the fingers and the toes, making circles with the ankles or the wrists, rocking the head from side to side. And bring the knees into the chest, rock from side to side. Massaging out the back and the hips here. And then lower over onto your right side, making a pillow with your right arm. Rest here for a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, using your left hand, pressing yourself up to a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra. Thumbs resting on the sternum. Eyes, gaze soft or softly closed. Taking one breath. Closed mouth inhale, open mouth exhale to close our practice today. Exhale completely. Inhale through the nose. And open mouth exhale. Thank you for practicing with me today. Wish you a great rest of the day. Namaste. Thank you very much for watching and practicing. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. If you feel inclined, please like this video. You're also welcome to subscribe to this channel for additional videos that I'll be making for yoga and meditation. Thank you.